The law has stated that the crime of human trafficking is an offense prohibited under our Naptip Act.
There are always misconceptions about gender based violence where people think it's all about men. No, all about women or power play between men and women. We're trying to let people know that gender based violence is about both the male and the female. There are male out there who are being bullied by the women, really.
The National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, an agency of government saddled with the responsibility of combating human trafficking and other similar human rights violations, went out to the streets to sensitize Nigerians on various human rights violations. The need to engage all and sundry has become very important as we experience an increase in cases of human rights violations. The march took off opposite the Lagos State Teaching Hospital in Ikeja up till the heart of Ikeja, where members of Naptip had to engage prospective Nigerians. The agency of the federal government, founded in 2003, had dealt with various cases and had brought many to justice, thereby bringing sanity to the society. The agency is, however, calling on Nigerians to be proactive when it comes to human rights violations and reports when any case arises.
Well, today we are trying to orient the world, and what that signifies is that we are saying that people should be aware of what we call the gender-based violence, and then the 25th of November to 10th of December has been marked as the World Day Against Sexual and Gender-Based Violence. And for Naptip, this is part of what we are doing to also mark these days. And then it is called 16 Days Activism to kick against violence against women and children, especially in the area of sexual and gender-based violence. So that is why we are doing what we are doing today, is to sensitize and create awareness to the people in Ikeja, to also tell them that the crime that is called gender-based violence is real, especially when you are talking about the issue of rape and all that has to go with it, issue of incest, issue of child molestation that has to go with gender-based violence. So what we are doing today is to tell our Ikeja environment, to tell them that we are saying no to woman trafficking and gender-based violence. We are saying that everybody should speak out and ask and call for justice when issue of gender-based violence occurred in their environment, in their neighborhood, in their homes. They should speak out and call for justice now. That's what we are saying.
How have you engaged stakeholders in this?
Well, this is not just the beginning of it. Like I told you earlier, the program started since 25th of November, and then we are going to end it by 10th of December. So we have had a lot of partners, a lot of other stakeholders that have done this across Nigeria. It is not only in Lagos, it's across Nigeria. For Naptip, all our zonal command, all our state command are involved. So what we are doing in Lagos is also done in every part of Nigeria. So it's also done in every part of Nigeria. So that is just it.
How would you be contacted when such cases arise?
Well, to report such cases, we are looking at people calling our short code 0627 or 0800 call Naptip. So those are the call line that people can key into and report cases of gender-based violence, case of woman trafficking, case of child molestation, case of child abuse. So these are cases that go hand in hand with gender-based violence. So people can actually report those cases to 627 0800 call Naptip. So those are the call line to make those cases.
Over the few months, we have seen
Okay.
that increase in such cases.
Okay.
Looking at the COVID-19 era,
Okay.
you find that they are increased. What's your position on the solution to?
Well, part of the solution is to create more awareness, and for this program and then for this event, especially this 16-day activism, what it is looking at is creating awareness, and that is part of what we are looking at. The moment we are able to create awareness to enough Nigerians, some of these things will be reduced. And then during the era of COVID, we also know what happened, especially when people were locked down and then the children become idle, family becomes idle, and a lot of things now play out. And then part of it is that we are also telling people that it is wrong for our children to be violated, especially abusing them sexually. So that is what we are saying, and that is part of what we are doing now. Creating awareness, letting people know that this is a crime. It's a crime that attracts nothing less than 14 years imprisonment once somebody is convicted. So that is what we are saying.
The law has stated that the crime of human trafficking is an offense prohibited under our Naptip Act. The offenses can be found in our Naptip Act. Such offenses are forced labor, forced prostitution, sexual exploitation, organ harvesting, selling, organ harvesting, selling and buying of babies, and so on. If you go to the Naptip Act, you see all of them, and they are crime and punishable under the law. So we are here to, yes, under the VAP Act, there are so many offenses, gender-based violent offenses. Rape is one of them. Spousal battery is one of them. Domestic violence is one of them. Incest is one of them. There are a whole lot of them in the VAP Act. And Naptip has the mandate to also prosecute cases under the VAP Act. So if any person is facing domestic violence at home, you can always call Naptip on 627, and we'll always come to your aid to fight the crime of gender-based violence and human trafficking. And we are saying no to human trafficking and gender-based violence. The punishment for gender-based violence is 14 years, as provided for under the VAP Act. And the punishment for human trafficking offenses can range from 5 years to 7 years and above.
Okay, you know, there are always misconceptions about gender-based violence where people think it's all about men. No, all about women or power play between men and women. We're trying to let people know that gender-based violence is about both the male and the female. There are male out there who are being bullied by the women, really. So we try to get the conversation going on social media. We come up with platforms with partners where we talk with them. Those who have podcasts, we don't even mind if you have a vlog, you can invite us. We'll talk, whatever platform you want us to come and talk to people on. And then we go to schools, to let children know that because you are male or female, you don't have to allow someone bully you. We know what's going on right now. All those are part of gender-based violence, all right? So we want people out there to really talk about it. Every platform you have, use it. Open up, encourage people to talk about gender-based violence and learn to speak out and protect themselves, because every life matters, right? And gender-based violence is destroying a lot of people, destroying a lot of homes, destroying a lot of futures. But you know what? If you open your mouth and talk about it on whatever platform, then you're saving a life. Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, we have a case of the Doen College student.
Yes. We talk about bullying. When you're talking about bullying, yes, over the years, we see these in schools. You know, it's as if it's a new concept. Bullying is not a new concept. But the idea now, many people are calling for scrapping of secondary schools, scrapping of boarding houses in secondary schools. That's not the answer. The answer is trying to teach people that you need to respect the rights of others. Teach even children that no matter what kind of power or authority you have, you're not allowed to abuse another person. Everybody's life matters. That's what we need to do. When you have people who are aware of that, then we can kiss goodbye to all this form of violence, even in our schools, amongst our children, and of course amongst adults. And adults, don't blame the children. You have a role to play. Children are sponges. They learn from the society. Give them a good model to follow, and I bet you the future will be better for it.